Hello everybody and welcome to the 4th annual Mountie Awards. I'm your host Drew Patrick, coming to you from this green screen dungeon. And hopefully we have a fantastic show tonight. You get some laughs, we hand out some awards. It should be a fantastic night. And despite the way it ended, it was a fantastic year this year as well. We had some senior standouts, we had some freshman phenoms this year. It had pretty much everything. Let's start with some of those senior standouts, shall we? Riley Collins had a swan song for the ages in senior day in Decker Gymnasium. He had 23 points. That was a career high for him. Another senior who had an outstanding moment, maybe the moment of the year for Mansfield Athletics, was Rachel Fox. She got her final start and a final save in a game against Lock Haven, where she was recognized for her hard work over the last 5 years for her. Dana Evans, along with Brittany Ryan, Larissa Motz, Madison Walensky, Megan Griffin, and Christy Beyer, helped the field hockey team make playoffs this year. And those 6 seniors had outstanding seasons. And Dana Evans really was a breakthrough player for the team. She had 19 goals this year. She had 6 assists as well, including this assist here, which also maybe gets her the award for the greatest flop of all time. And the bad thing is for you, Dana, that's a goal. So that play is probably going to be shown for quite some time. As I mentioned, some freshmen had some outstanding seasons as well. Kevin Heeman was fantastic in both cross country and track and field. But Kevin, I really feel like your coach might be trying to kill. You don't believe me? Well, this picture exists. Kevin, blink twice if you need help. Terrifying. Other freshman phenoms included on the basketball team, which we found out Mansfield's basketball's new favorite music is jazz music. That was a terrible segue. As on the women's side, it was Jasmine Hilton and Jasmine Perez, and I can't believe no one has made the connection to Perez Hilton there, but I guess it's not 2007, so that joke isn't quite as funny anymore. Also, Jazz Farrell on the men's side had an outstanding first-year campaign. Another freshman who had an outstanding year in multiple sports was Terrence Quaker. Terrence Quaker won CSFL Newcomer of the Year and also qualified for the PSAC Championship in the 400-meter dash. He was a two-sport athlete and perhaps the most successful male two-sport athlete I have seen here. Well, especially on the men's side, considering the last major two-sport male athlete that I saw was Jacob Woods, and well, you already beat him by, contributing to both teams this year. Speaking of Terrence Quaker, he was part of a group with Mamadou Diallo, Christian Tanner, and Caden Fisher to run one of the fastest 4x400 races in program history. And Quaker was also part of that sprint football team, and the sprint football team had an outstanding year, the most successful season in program history, led by coaches Megan Moffett and Mary Kate Gallagher. Wait, that's not right. Led by Coach John Evans, who became the winningest coach in sprint football history at Mansfield. This team was fantastic this year. On the defense, DeJuan Bowie became the de facto vocal leader of that defense. And he actually had himself a pick 6 this year and went to the sideline, excited about the play, but really excited about letting you know about his studies. Watch film. Yeah, that's not how I would have celebrated that, but that's fine. I like it. I can't use it anywhere except for this, but that's fantastic. The football team actually was one of my first assignments this year was to cover that team getting brand new spanking uniforms. They wanted to show it off to the team and get their reaction. However, this was the video I got. Yeah, nobody is reacting. Well, I shouldn't say nobody, because one person did react, and react very, very well. David Butler clearly liked those uniforms because he balled out this year in those uniforms, rising up the record books, setting brand new records, an outstanding year for him. Going back to cross country, Lindsey Payne had a fantastic year herself, including at the NCAA region meet, and I know it's not really kosher to talk about being sick right now, but she ran that race while being sick and still came in with a fantastic time. It was pretty much her de facto flu game. Still beat a large portion of people running at the Atlantic Regional Championships. That's fantastic. It was also a great year and a pillar stone year for the Mansfield goalkeepers. And, you know, you could say Brittany Ryan for the field hockey team and Stephanie Moyer, they were emphatic in goal and were able to really build a home of their own in goal. You know, they say most houses are built with brick and mortar, but here at Mansfield, our goalkeepers' houses were built with Britt and Moyer. Yeah, I know that one's terrible. Bella Skittel went... Is that my phone? Hello?
This is Owen Lukens, Sports Information Director at Mansfield. You know you need to be funnier and no one is reacting.
Yeah, well, no one is reacting because I'm in my living room with a green screen. There's no one here.
Oh, yeah, I bet. When are you going to mention me? I just got this job as an alumni. You know this is a big highlight.
Of course. Thank you for calling. Owen Lukens became the Sports Information Director this year, was a baseball player just a couple years ago, was hitting balls into the long ball lounge, and now is sitting in an office writing about every single team. Speaking of baseball, Andrew Shalott became the full-time head coach. He became a full head coach. He hired Anthony Goncalves to rebuild this program in their first year. Other new coaches that came on board, Quincy Lewis is the new assistant softball coach. Ashley Williams was brought in for the assistant women's basketball coach. Don Tees is doing double duty as assistant soccer coach and assistant sports information director. And Greg Gustin is your new strength and conditioning coach this year. And my phone is going off again. Brianna Cecilia. Okay, hello.
Hey Drew, this is Little. I'm watching the show live and I couldn't help but notice you forgot a certain accomplishment.
Right, of course. You're referring to Brianna Cecilia and Emma Webster teamed up to help us launch a TikTok this year, including a great one that actually went viral, had 1.7 million hits and I think over 160 million likes on it, or 160,000, excuse me. Not that many likes, but 160,000 likes. So good job there.
Awesome, thanks. And by the way, since I have you here, your jokes are getting pretty bad. You should probably come up with some new material. The brick and mortar one was absolutely the worst. Please, I don't know, just get better jokes before the end of the show, please.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Brianna Cecilia, everybody. As we know, this whole sports world was changed on March 13th when the news was out that COVID-19 was really shutting down the entire world. There's my phone again. Hello, Houston Baker.
Hey, so I'm catching the practice that you're doing for the awards.
This isn't a practice. This is live.
This is live.
Yes, this is live. Okay.
Like you're not. Did you practice this at all?
Yes, I practiced this. This is like the second time I'm going through it.
Wow. So this is what it looks like when I'm not involved in your production stuff.
All right. I'm doing this from home with limited resources.
Instead of like planning and stuff, maybe next time, maybe bring somebody else in. Like maybe, I don't know. I know it's tough for you, just being the face and being pretty, because that's difficult. But
thank you.
Maybe just sit in front of the camera next time. Only that part of it.
Wow.
Like the brick and mortar Brit and Moyer joke.
Okay.
Like
I thought it was funny.
Dude, you've been doing that for like a year.
I know, but no one here has heard that.
And it wasn't funny then.
Okay.
Oh, man. Okay, well, yeah. Give me a call next time, and I'll make this look way better. Yep. Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Thank you, Houston. Thank you so much for calling.
Good luck.
Houston Baker, everybody. As I was saying, there's my phone again. Brian McNamara? Hello?
Hey Drew, Ryan McNamara. Hey, watching live, we all know how tough live TV is, so just don't beat yourself up. Keep at it. If I could make a suggestion, I would maybe drop some of the puns. Honestly, I thought that was just a phase you'd grow out of, but they're just not sticking. So I think you still have a few people watching. So just carry on for them. All right, good luck. We'll see ya.
Okay, I get it. The Britton Moyer joke was not funny. Let's move on. Thank you for your call. All right, as I was saying, working from home has been challenging. I'm sure taking classes from home has been challenging, but we've all been managing, and oh my goodness, there's my phone again. Hello?
Peggy Carl, Director of Athletics here. Drew, dude, man, you cannot be taking phone calls, personal phone calls, during the taping of this hugely important awards show. What are you thinking, man?
Hi, Peggy. Look, I'm trying. I'm not trying to take these calls. I'm trying to get this thing recorded. I'm working from home. And
I appreciate that, but dude, you cannot be on the phone during this time.
Yes, I get it. All right. Thank you. Moving my phone over there. All right, let's get back to things.
Drew, I'm home. What's for dinner?
Just roll the tape. This up and this one in for Christy Byer, and that's going to be your winner.
And playing in goal for one final time for your Mountaineers this afternoon, she's a senior from Edwards, Pennsylvania, wearing 00, Rachel Fox.
To the approach to the goal, and there it is. There you have it. There is Rachel Fox's last save, last start in her career as a Mountaineer.
And that will be the last save in a brilliant career. She may be a Fox, but she has the heart and courage of a lion. Rachel Fox, ladies and gentlemen, from Edwards, Pennsylvania.
And that's a goal for the Mounties!
Peacock, another screen pass, it's caught. That could be a touchdown. It is!
Up and slamming it home, Jazz Farrell. Get out those hats, folks, because that's a hat trick for the senior, Dana Evans. Makes the save. Britt Wall stands tall.
To all the seniors, without crying, each and every one of you have you guys have no idea how much of an impact you were, not just me, but the entire freshman class. You guys have shown us from day one, it's the step up from high school, the bigger picture of everything.
Let's just enjoy this. This is probably the best win in my life.
Isaac, back out to Merritt. She sets for three. Off the back of the rim and in.
Opportunity here.
Shoots this one, it goes in. That's a goal for the Mounties. English powering underneath.
Kicks it and it's saved by Moyer.
It's away, still fighting for it. A battle in. Dana Evans cranks it. Turnaround shot is in. That's a goal for the Mounties.
1, 2, 3.
The Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference has announced the suspension of spring athletic seasons due to concerns over COVID-19.
Thank you to all the seniors here at Mansfield. You have all shown us what being a Mountie truly means. It's all about the determination and how hard you work to be able to achieve your goals, and I am looking forward to keep that same mentality here at Mansfield. I wish you all the best of luck in your futures. Roll Nears.
Cutting through, kicking it out. Reed shot for three. It is good.
Peacock looking, long looping pass thrown. Is it caught? Yes, it is caught. DJ McLean.
Circle, swings it out sideways, caught it cleanly. Shot is good. Skatel again. She hits.
Rolls out, stops, sets, fires the ball, thrown and caught.
Down for English. English spinning, reverse 1,000 for Trevor English. Shot right in front of the goal. Like turn around, shot and goal. Mansfield on the board first. He will call his own number. Powers up and in. Let's start by going back in time a bit. Last year, the 2019 spring athletes did not get really their award show moment, so we will try to do that as best we can in this situation. Let's announce the MVPs and MIPs of those teams. The 2019 MVP for the softball team went to both Joelle Snyder and Allie McGovern, where MIP went to Deshae Jones. For the women's track team, the MVP was Kenzie Jones, and the MIP was Lindsay Payne. And on the men's side, Ryan Clifford was a PSAC champion and collected the MVP, where Caden Fisher was selected as the MIP. The baseball team, it was Evan McAndrew getting the MVP, who served as a mentor and a coach for some of the pitching staff this year, and the MIP was Cam Nye. The leaves changed, students got back into classes, and the fall athletes took center stage. The field hockey team this year made history by earning a top 10 ranking in the country and making it to the postseason while collecting the most wins in a season since 2001. Head coach Brittany Hansroth collected her second PSAC Coach of the Year nod, while seniors Madison Walensky, Brittany Ryan, Dana Evans, Larissa Motz, and Megan Griffin were all named to all PSAC conference teams. Brittany Ryan and Dana Evans also became the first set of teammates to be named NFHCA All-Americans since head coach Brittany Hansroth and her teammate Courtney Grunza did it back in 2009. Those 5 seniors were also selected to play in the Victory Sports Tour's NFHCA Division II Senior Game. Brittany Ryan was named to the prestigious PSAC Fall Top 10 for her achievement on the field and in the classroom, and she ranked first in the conference in saves with 127 and 10th in the country in saves per game, and she also broke a 12-year-old program record in shutouts and ended up seeing a double-digit save game 4 times on the year. Juniors Caitlin Bodie and freshman Haley Boda and Caitlin Kime earned Scholar Distinction Honors by Zag Sports and NFHCA Division II for their performances in the classroom, and they also had 3 of the top 4 plays in play of the fall, including the winner, which was Olivia Wagner's playoff clinching goal. This year, the MVP for the field hockey squad is senior goalkeeper Brittany Ryan, and the MIP is senior forward Dana Evans. Moving on to the women's soccer team, second-year head coach John Schaefer looked to revamp this program in his first season as full-time head coach. Stephanie Moyer had an outstanding season, securing the first shutout since 2016 in a win over Shepherd, and made 211 saves on the year, surpassing the program record for a second straight season. Senior Kay McNichol led the team in goals scored, scoring in 4 games, including a 2-goal performance against Shippensburg. The Mountaineers battled through injury and adversity this season, but was able to give valuable experience to some of their younger players on the squad, where 19 different Mountaineers were able to break through into the starting lineup this year, and they were competitive against some nationally ranked teams, holding Westchester and Bloomsburg scoreless in the first half of those games. Your MVP this year for the women's soccer team is Kay McNichol, and your MIP is Maddie McDermott. The cross-country season was a year of growth and development for a pretty young team. Senior, though, Quincy Amabile finished off his stellar career by earning second-team all-conference honors at the conference meet, finishing 17th in the 8K race with a time of 26:20. He also collected all-region honors, finishing 20th in the 10K race with a time of 32:29. Freshmen Kevin Heeman, Christian Tanner, and Christopher Porter proved all season that they will be forces to reckon with as their careers progress. On the women's side, Lindsay Payne capped off her 3rd season, earning first-team All-PSAC honors, finishing 12th in the 6K meet with a time of 23:12. And as I mentioned earlier, she ran in the NCAA Region Championship meet with an illness and still beat over half of the athletes in that race. They also saw great growth from their freshmen, Lauren Ensminger, Shelby Alexander, and Carly Daniels throughout the season. This year, on the women's side, the cross-country MVP is Lindsay Payne, and the MIP is Lauren Ensminger. And for the men, the MVP is Quincy Amabile, and the MIP is Ben Chambers. The football team had a breakthrough season, finishing with the best sprint football record in program history at a 5-2 record, including getting 3 wins in the CSFL North, setting up a de facto championship game in their last game of the year against Army. Terrence Quaker brought home the Mountaineers' 3rd straight CSFL Newcomer of the Year honor and was just one of 11 All-CSFL selections. There were 7 on the first team, 1 on the second, and 3 honorable mentions. Senior DJ McLean continued to rise up those record books, cementing his records in both receptions and career receiving yards. Junior David Butler had a breakthrough season, not only tying his own record on the ground with 7 rushing touchdowns in a season, but also setting the record for yards in a game and yards in a season and yards in a career, if we're at it. Dante Teresi and Sam Tillman were outstanding on the front line, and Teresi collected the 2019 Frank Butzko Award. And the ferocious defense was led by Andrew Schwenk, Matt Roberts, DeJuan Bowie, and Kane Berger. This year, the MVP for the sprint football team is David Butler, and the MIP is Matt Roberts. Strength and conditioning is one of the most important things for a student athlete. This year, Mansfield gained a brand new strength and conditioning coach in Coach Greg Gustin, who brought a wealth of knowledge to this field. The Iron Mountie Award is given out by the strength and conditioning coach to one male and one female who most deserves it. This year, Coach Gustin had this to say about this award. To me, the Iron Mountie Award is an off-season accolade. Tonight, coaches have the opportunity to recognize their athletes for the work they do during the competitive season. I feel that it is also important to recognize when athletes stand out in preparation for that season. Due to my short time here as a Mountie myself, I have only had the pleasure of working with a few teams during their off seasons. While unfortunately that leaves many deserving athletes out of contention, it feels only appropriate to judge based on what I know. These individuals have shown leadership both vocally and by example, and focus and effort on a consistent basis. They have a willingness to learn and grow despite being some of the strongest Iron Mounties we have. This year, the Iron Mounties of the Year are field hockey's Caitlin Bodie and sprint football's Sam Tillman. We are going to take a quick break. We have many more awards on the other side. Do not go anywhere. The cold air moved through the Mansfield Hills and the snow fell on the ground. Yes, indeed, it was the winter, and our focus went indoors to the basketball teams and indoor track and field. Let's start with the men's basketball team. This year was a year that continued the rebuild of Mansfield basketball. They increased their PSAC win total by 4 games on the year, and though they battled through adversity in an injury-plagued season, they were very good at home, including taking down to the wire the number 8 team in the country, Westchester, and the number 6 team in the country, IUP. Senior Trevor English became the 26th player in program history to score his 1,000th point in a Mountaineer uniform, also finishing 3rd in the conference in rebounding with 8.5 boards a game and 5th in the conference in field goal percentage. The Mountaineers finished in the top half of the conference in rebounds per game and defensive rebounds per game. Junior Christian Simmons led the team in scoring with 14.1 points before suffering a season-ending injury, and Super Senior Jameer Green led the squad in steals and assists per game, and Senior Riley Collins had his swan song moment, scoring 23 points, a career high on Senior Day on 9 of 14 shooting. This year, the men's basketball MVP is Trevor English, and the MIP is Jazz Farrell. Moving to the women's side, this 2019-2020 women's team was perhaps the youngest team in the conference. With no seniors on their roster, juniors Kira Merritt and Paige Whitfield stepped up as captains this year. Paige Whitfield also made the sacrifice, coming in as a guard and moving to power forward this year to fill the void down low, where though undersized, she was pretty steady all season, averaging 9.9 points per game and 5.1 rebounds per game. Kira Merritt led the team in assists with 3.1 per game. Freshman Jasmine Hilton was also listed as a guard when she first joined the Mansfield Mountaineers. She did herself a service and filled in that center position. She made a statement in her first year, leading the team in scoring with 10.2 points per game and collecting 6.3 boards a game. And her teammate Jasmine Perez had a fantastic season as well in her freshman year with 16 multiple steal games on the year. Olivia Paglow and Bella Skattel made great strides throughout their season, their freshman seasons, with Paglow leading in field goal percentage with 45%, and Bella Skattel found her 3-point shot during the season. And at the end of the year, including a 5-for-5 performance from beyond the arc against Shippensburg, this year, the MVP for the women's basketball team is Jasmine Hilton, and this year's MIP is Bella Skattel. The Mountaineer track and field team showed incredible potential all season long. On the women's side, it was Lindsay Payne, who qualified for 2 events in the PSAC Indoor Championships in both the 3K and the 5K, so the long races in indoor. She finished top 10 in both of those races, including finding the podium, finishing 4th in the 5K. And freshmen Riley Mong and Madison Fox headlined the field group for the women. With solid performances at the conference meet, Riley Mong finished 12th in the pole vault, and Madison Fox landed on the podium, finishing 8th in the conference. This year, the women's MVP for indoor track and field is Lindsay Payne, and the MIP is Shelby Alexander. The youth show continued on the men's side, as it was Christian Tanner who dominated the year, qualified for every event he ran this year at the PSAC Championship, where he finished 3rd in the mile. That's an all-conference performance for him. Kevin Heeman, another freshman, had an outstanding season. He qualified for the conference meet in both the 5K and the 3K. And Mansfield, they showed up in the sprints this year with freshman Terrence Quaker qualifying for the conference meet in the 400-meter dash and Henry Polanco qualifying in the 60-meter dash. Sophomore Caden Fisher continued to steadily improve throughout the season in the 60-meter hurdles, just missing out on the finals in the PSAC championship game by a single place. Mansfield relay teams made names for themselves this year, including the quartet of Mamadou Diallo, Terrence Quaker, Christian Tanner, and Caden Fisher, running the second fastest 4x400 meter relay in program history. And Diallo, Quaker, and Fisher, along with Henry Polanco, found the podium at the PSAC championship meet in the 4x4. A team also found the podium in the 4x8 for the Mansfield Mountaineers. Quaker and Diallo again were part of that relay, along with Jacob Getchell and senior Travis Keefe. They finished 7th in the 4x8 at that meet. This year, the men's track and field MVP is Christian Tanner, and the MIP is Caden Fisher. As well as the on-field performances, the important part of being a student athlete is performance in the classroom. This year, we named 2 athletes as our Scholar Athletes of the Year, one on the men's side, one on the women's side. On the men's side, graduated with a degree in world languages, specializing in Spanish, your male scholar athlete is Quincy Amabile. And collecting a 4.0 with her major of biology, your female scholar athlete of the year is Caitlin Bodie. We will take another quick break. On the other side of this one is a certain video I hope will get you guys at least a little chuckle. Don't go anywhere.
It's all part of Mother Nature's perfect blend, the keystone of the Keystone State. Visit Potter Tioga, a 2-county scenic outdoor haven conveniently located, yet worlds apart. A place where you can kick back, unwind, and forget about the pressures of life. Disconnect and reconnect with your friends, family, or even yourself while surrounded by nature's beauty. So start planning your adventures today at visitpottertioga.com.
We would like to acknowledge the spring sports at this time. Of course, we all know how their season ended, and we all know that the outdoor track and field team, the season was called before they even had a chance to perform this year. But at this time, we would like to acknowledge the baseball and softball teams. They did get some games in, and they did have some outstanding performances, and we want to acknowledge that now. The softball team, this was Team 40 for them. They were riding a 4-game win streak when their season was called off, and they were 6-4 in the 10 games. They had an explosive offense and 4 athletes batting over 300. Allie McGovern with an incredible 457, Joelle Snyder with 382, Deshae Jones with 353, and Alexis Eastling with 316. Snyder and McGovern were ranked 5th and 10th in the PSAC in batting average, and they were one of only 2 teams in the conference to have 2 players in that top 10. Deshae Jones led the team in RBIs with 6, and for the pitching staff, Alexis Eastling and freshman Daniel Goff were a 1-2 punch in the circle, while Connor Decker, the senior, was a reliable option out of the bullpen. Decker had a 0.95 ERA, which is incredible, with a 1-0 record on the year. She also had a save. For the baseball team, it was Andrew Shalot's first season in charge of the baseball program, and they showed signs of committing to changing the culture of Mansfield baseball. In just 15 games this year, the Mountaineers were only 2 wins shy of tying their total from the previous year. Senior Josh Kalina and junior Britton Shander were batting over 300 with 349 and 302 respectively. And the duo of Kalina and Brady Mengel combined to glove 15 double plays on the year. On the pitching staff, Hunter DePrimo and senior Bryce Zaprzinski combined for 57 strikeouts in just 8 games. It was an incredibly tough way for these teams to end their seniors, but just know that those senior classes and these teams will be remembered forever here at Mansfield.
Hello everyone. I hope you're all staying safe and enjoying the show. Although this school year did not end the way we had all hoped or planned, it was still an amazing year, and there's still a ton to celebrate, so I'm glad you could all join us tonight. I am here to honor the winners of the 4th Annual Steve McCluskey Service Award. Named in honor of longtime Sports Information Director Steve McCluskey, this award is given to a student every year who embodies the Mansfield University school spirit and provides outstanding service to the athletic department. Retired in 2017, Steve McCluskey is still my mentor, and everyone who works here knows the impact he left on not only the athletic department, but the university as a whole. Tonight's winners should feel great pride in their service they gave to this athletic department in their 4 years.
Hi, I'm Steve McCluskey. It's my honor today to be part of the recognition for the Mansfield University 2020 Service Award winners. Service is simply the act of providing opportunities for others to enhance their lives. And that's what our winners from this year have done. Mary Kate Gallagher and Megan Moffitt have been exemplary in their efforts and their commitment to help improve the lives and the quality of our Mansfield University sprint football program during their tenure as undergrad students. They have been exceptional at what they've achieved. Mansfield University sprint football enjoyed its finest season in its history. And if you had asked the coaching staff to a person, they will tell you that that could have never been achieved without the efforts of these two outstanding young ladies. Megan and Mary Kate, from the bottom of my heart and from Mounties everywhere, thank you for your commitment, your sacrifice, and your dedication to making something better through your efforts. You are incredible people, and I am so very, very, very proud to have my name associated with you. Go Mounties.
Hey guys, Future Drew here. Right now in the show, I had initially planned to go back to the green screen and tease up this next video, but looking back at that part, it felt a little tone deaf considering the circumstances that we all face right now with COVID-19. And you know, I remember seeing somewhere that some of the best medicine for the isolation that you might feel and the just struggle for normalcy that you find is to just sit back and laugh a little bit, and hopefully the next video here does that for you. I didn't like how I presented it the other way. I hope this version is a little better. Just know that we're all in this together one way or another, and I hope for the next couple of minutes you can again shut your brain off and enjoy the bloopers and outtakes of 2019-2020.
Guys, smile for the bloopers.
I like how you assume immediately that it's going to end up with bloopers.
You know what's gonna end up. You never know.
I didn't smile. I didn't get the memo.
I gotta redo it.
I'm in jail, so we need to find Delaney, and she'll bail me out. She promised me once.
Oh my God.
No, like go get Delaney.
Let me tell you what my
blooper is not a blooper unless it happens. You can't request it.
Can we do a TikTok?
No.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
What Dante laughs, I'm laughing about.
I think he looked at your airline decline.
Yo, come on, man. It's not that bad. All right.
You tied. I'm falling. You are so wet.
This is going on the calendar.
You are so wet.
1, 2, 3.
I was like,
Dude, anything with these scrunchies, because they're here and they're ready to show
You want to do something with the scrunchie?
Here, Brett.
Scrunchie gang!
Oh, yeah.
And then just yell scrunchie gang. Come on, guys.
Scrunchie gang!
Now please enjoy the musical stylings of Seth T. Turner.
R-E-S-P-C-T. Find out what it means to me. R-E-S-P-C-T. Find out what it means. Oh, I gotta get my book.
Best race plan ever for you. Don't be late to the finish. Wow. Back to trolling on Henry. Wow, let me see that. What's that? Oh, there you go. Get your number.
Alex.
Okay, juniors. Juniors.
She's
Oh my God.
Baby. Alex. Good. Oh, she's trying to make that. Alex is like throwing it. Yeah, she's just trying to make that. I was about to play. Alex. What?
I'm just like DeRozan. When I shoot it, it goes in.
Except when I miss all the time.
Drew, thanks for coming out.
Yeah, always.
Beautiful weather we've been having.
I'm really scared.
She's so
I don't want that.
It means beat those bitches. Let's try.
Yeah, can we hold Britt?
Oh, I don't know.
And one and a two
I don't
and
feel
a
scared.
Yeah, spread her out. Spread her out.
Ready?
Look at her face. I'm gonna pee my pants. Oh my God. She's like, oh my God. You got your bodies on Please show where the camera pan to that. So hold her head up. Okay. Are we jumping? Ready?
That sheer look of panic.
We got you.
Pick her up. Here we go. Let's go. What do you want to hear?
By the way, you have no permission to add this to the bloopers video. None whatsoever.
All right, so.
Wow. What is that?
That's where my contacts.
It is now time for another edition of Mansfield Out of Context.
Wow,
time
$1 a day you can donate to help mounties like
I'm gonna be
this.
dead. I'm gonna be 29 too, Maddie.
Let's go for a swim.
Yeah. Who the hell wants to go to when you have this?
Perfect.
I got that rusty face down. I can't handle the press. Staring into his soul.
All right.
Lindsay Hoffman.
Wrong Lindsay. Yo.
Not like a dancing, like you punch it so.
Are we done?
Happy we're gonna leave, but I'm so proud of you guys.
We already did a TikTok, Megan. I don't want
This has been Mansfield Out of Context.
Trevor English. Let's get it. Game day. John Ward. Garrett Cook. We all in here. C. Simmons. Uh-oh. EA.
3. Perfect. I love the silent screaming. That's my favorite. Perfect.
And that's a wrap.
We have arrived at the moment of the night. We will announce the Mansfield Creed Awards, plus we will also name the athletes of the year. The Mansfield Creed consists of 4 pillars. Those 4 pillars are character, scholarship, culture, and service. Mansfield University staff nominated student athletes who best represent these pillars of excellence. To present the Mansfield Creed Award for character, here is Mansfield Sprint football head coach John Evans.
Good evening. I'm John Evans, head football coach. The Mountie Creed describes character as we believe in integrity, we act with honesty and respect towards others, we take responsibility for our actions and reflect on their impact on ourselves and others. Our winner exemplifies this. He was a 4-year starter and leaves with records that will stand for years to come. He faced adversity 2 years in a row, suffering knee injuries that should have grounded him for the season or even a career. But he came back to help his team, a team that has won 9 of its last 11 games and set school records for wins 2 years in a row. He always held down 2 part-time jobs, delivering pizzas and working with the disabled, all while balancing athletics and maintaining a high GPA. He was a team captain, a member of the Football Unity Council, and always the first to volunteer for everything we did. He leaves a huge mark on the program and definitely on me. And the winner is a senior from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Derek McLean.
Hey fellow Mountaineers, my name is Derek McLean, and I just want to thank you guys so much for nominating and selecting me as the Mansfield University Creed Service Award winner. When I first came to Mansfield, I knew it'd be endless opportunities to help develop me into the man that I am today. While being able to represent Mansfield on and off the field, it has allowed me to develop my character. While I am the recipient of this award, I do know that there's been many people that's helped get me to where I am today. I want to first start off by thanking my coaches, John Evans, Tony Pulio, Jacob Woods. I want to thank all of the trainers for making sure that I stay ready on game day. I also want to thank Peggy Carl, Coach G, Chris Decker. I want to thank all of my teammates for being able to create countless memories throughout these 4 years. I want to thank my advisor, Dr. Young, for being my second mom away from home. I also want to thank all of my professors while keeping me up, but also making sure that I stay on track. And last but not least, I want to thank my mom for being here with me throughout these 4 years in this process. While I am the recipient of this award, I do know that there's many others who are deserving. Thank you, stay safe, and go Mounties.
To present the Mansfield Creed Award for Scholarship, here is field hockey head coach Brittany Hansrow.
As part of our Mansfield Creed, scholarship means that we believe in learning. We use rigorous, responsible, and critical inquiry to understand existing knowledge, acquire and share new knowledge, and apply what we learn. Each of us is both student and teacher. This year's award recipient is someone who exemplifies the meaning of scholarship on a daily basis. This student athlete has a cumulative GPA of a 4.0 and is a cell and molecular biology major on the pre-med track. She holds herself to the highest standards and always puts forth her best efforts in all areas of her life. This recipient very successfully manages being a Division II athlete, studying to be a doctor, being a member of SAC and other various clubs, and studying for and taking the MCAT while in school. She makes an almost unimaginable feat seem effortless, and I have no doubt that she will be a fantastic doctor in the future. This student athlete has been nothing short of a fantastic representation of Mansfield University and our athletics department. It is my honor to announce that the winner of the Mansfield University Scholarship Award goes to junior from New Cumberland, Pennsylvania, Caitlin Bodie. Congratulations on a well-deserved honor.
I am overwhelmed with gratitude to have been selected to receive this award. To have been chosen to represent the student-athlete body and the scholarship pillar of the Mansfield University Creed is a huge honor. For those of you who are close to me, know how important academics, higher education, and the pursuit of knowledge and understanding are to me. But I didn't achieve this accomplishment alone, and there are people who deserve recognition and thanks for helping me along the way. So thank you to my teammates, my coaches, my parents, my family, my friends, and my professors for creating an environment where being a student has been emphasized just as much as being an athlete is, and for making me feel empowered to pursue my degree and what lies beyond. So again, thank you and go Mounties.
Now to present the Mansfield Creed Award for Culture, Please welcome softball head coach Edith Gallagher.
Culture, as defined by the Mansfield University Creed, is: we believe in celebrating humanity. We enrich ourselves and others by sharing and exploring our similarities and differences. We honor the past as we invent the future. The nominee is an extremely well-rounded student athlete. She maintains an excellent GPA and is a leader on the softball team. This student truly embodies the culture of Mansfield University. She created the graphic design poster for the Souls for Souls campaign, in which the athletic department partnered with the Kiwanis Club to collect athletic shoes for third world countries. And the winner of the 2020 Culture Service Award, a senior from Camden, New York, Deshae Jones. Congratulations, Deshae.
Thank you so much for this honor. I'm completely humbled and thankful and grateful for this. First off, I have a lot of thank yous to make and not a lot of time. So first and foremost, all the glory to God, absolutely. To my parents, my grandparents, my coaches, my teammates, thank you so much. This would not be possible without any of you. To Devin, my twin sister, as far as I'm concerned, this is our award and we will share this. When we came in as freshmen, we made the promise to each other to use the abilities and opportunities that God gave us to make a difference. And we made that difference within our softball team. But it had very little to do with softball and a lot to do with people. I will quote my father on this: the secret to softball is that it's not about softball. And that goes for any sport out there. It's about people. It's about the memories you make with those people and the relationships you have with them. And that has to do with the culture pillar, absolutely, because it's about respecting people's differences and using the past to reshape a better future for those that come after you. So thank you so much for this award. I am completely humbled and thankful. Thank you so much.
To present the Mansfield Creed Award for Service, here is women's soccer head coach John Schaefer.
Good evening. I'm here tonight to present the inaugural Creed Award for Service. Our service pillar says that we believe in helping others. We work with others to improve the communities in which we now live and will touch in the future. Knowledge invests us with the power to improve our world and the responsibility to act. This year's award winner served the university and local community in many ways. She served multiple leadership positions in colleges against cancer throughout her time here. She was also the student trustee of Mansfield University for the last 2 years. She worked for Mansfield Borough to help the local community, and she was a work study and leader of the women's soccer team. I am so proud to announce that this year's award winner, the class of 2020 from Hershey, Pennsylvania, Chelsea Thomas. Congratulations, Chelsea.
Hi, everyone. I just want to start off by saying how thankful I am to be receiving the Service Creed Award at this year's award ceremonies. One of my goals coming to a small university like Mansfield was to get as involved as I could and make the biggest impact I could in my 4 years of being here. With that said, I came to the university and I took on several roles, some of my favorites being part of the women's soccer team, the student trustee, and president of Colleges Against Cancer. And by taking on these roles, I slowly found myself making a difference and was able to give back just at least a little bit of what the university was giving to me. So I just wanted to thank everyone who mentored me, who worked with me, or simply just believed in what I was doing for this university.
Congratulations to those student athletes who achieved this incredible accomplishment. Let's now move on to Athletes of the Year. And to present the Athletes of the Year, please welcome Director of Athletics Peggy Carl.
This year's Female Athlete of the Year for the fall is a young woman who put a stamp on her already outstanding career. She helped her team qualify for the postseason for the first time since 2001, and she helped the team to a top 10 team ranking in the country. This player finished the year with 12 wins, 127 saves, and 6 shutouts. Those 6 shutouts are tied for the most in program history in a single season. She sits atop the Mansfield record books in shutouts in her career. She had the 4th highest save percentage in a season and the 2nd most wins as a starting goalkeeper in Mansfield history. This year, she received the PSAC's highest honor as she was named the PSAC Fall Top 10 for her achievement on the field and in the classroom, as well as being named an NFHCA All-American. Your Female Fall Athlete of the Year, for the 3rd time, Brittany Ryan. This year's Fall Male Athlete of the Year saw his name rise up the record books and help his team to the most successful season in program history. This player finished the season with 852 rushing yards on 134 carries and 7 touchdowns on the ground, while fielding 2 more touchdowns from the air. Some of the records he collected this season include rushing yards in a game, rushing yards in a season, and rushing touchdowns in a season. Also, he sits atop the career record board for rushing yards and touchdowns. Congratulations to this year's Male Fall Athlete of the Year, David Butler.
Swing pitch, run right side, still going. Peacock, another screen pass, it's caught. That could be a touchdown, it is! The snap to give to Butler. He's in.
Our Winter Female Athlete of the Year made a name for herself in a sport with a lot of history here at Mansfield. She was the obvious choice to be named a team captain and really thrived in that role of being a leader to a very young team. In the distance races, she was constantly setting new personal bests in races against some really good competition. She qualified for the PSAC Indoor Championships in both the 5K and the 3K. She took home 2 top 10 finishes at that meet, finishing 9th in the 3K and finding the podium in 4th place in the 5K. Your Female Athlete of the Year this winter is Lindsay Payne. Our Male Athlete of the Year found himself running historic bests in only his first year of competition. This athlete finds himself in the top 10 historically in the mile run, the 800 meters, and was on a relay team that saw the 2nd fastest 4x400 relay in school history. He qualified for 3 events at the PSAC Championships, qualifying in the 800, the mile, and the 3K. Seated 7th in the mile, this athlete set a new personal best and collected all PSAC honors by finishing 3rd in that race. Your Winter Male Athlete of the Year is Christian Tanner. Our Spring Sports Student Athletes of the Year are the 17 senior men and women who had their seasons taken away on March 13th. You've shown a bright light on what grace and dignity mean. While we will miss watching you turn a double play on Lutz Field, run faster than even you thought was possible, or throw the perfect game at Shayute, we know your legacy will last here on the mountain forever. As one student athlete said, it's all about the determination and how hard you work to be able to achieve your goals. We will forever continue to work hard to make you proud of us. The 17 seniors we honor today are Glenn Addickett, Hannah Brightigan, Connor Decker, Mamadou Diallo, Michael Gayadine, Joseph Heary, Devin Jones, Deshae Jones, Travis Keefe, Josh Colina, Dom Lopez, Allie McGovern, Brady Mengel, Eric Sr., Cassidy Smith, Colin Treaster, and Bryce Zaprzinski. Thank you to each and every one of you.
To all the seniors, I want to thank you for making us all feel like a family. You guys pushed us every single day to be the best we can be, and it sucks that we couldn't surprise people this year on how good we really were. Coming into this short-lasted season, everything had changed. It was like a switch flipped, and it was all because of you guys. It was an honor being able to not only play with you guys, but to now be able to call you part of my family. Good luck with everything in your futures, and we'll hold it down here at Shayute.
Dear Connor, Allie, Hannah, Deshae, Devin, and Cassidy, first of all, thank you. Every single one of you brought something so unique and so special to Team 40. Although our season was cut short, I am thankful to have had 3 wonderful years with the 6 of you. As much as you aspired to watch us thrive and succeed, now we do the same for you in life. Thank you for your hard work, your grit, your motivation, but most importantly, your friendship. When the opportunity arises itself again to step on Helen Lutz Field, it will be an honor of you seniors. This is and always will be our year. With love always, Team 40.
17 seniors had their careers cut short. Their hard work and dedication to their schools, their coaches, and their teammates will never be forgotten. Their names, their faces, will be forever immortalized as Mansfield University's Spring Athletes of the Year. And all that's left to say is thank you.
Thank you, seniors.
Seniors! From one alumni to the next, just want to say welcome to the club. Good luck with everything in the future, and thank you for everything you've done for Mansfield Athletics.
To all the seniors, thank you.
Congratulations once again to all the award winners tonight, especially that senior class. You had your season taken away from you, but we appreciate the hard work and dedication you have given for the last 4+ years for all of you. Congratulations once again. That's going to do it for our show here today. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and I hope you appreciated it in the format it was here, and I hope it didn't cause you any problems. And then And I hope that you all have a fantastic evening. Thanks for watching.